to meet you. I'm Brynna.
Nice to meet you. All right, so thank you for taking your time to meet with me today. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to getting to know you a little bit.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm looking forward to getting to know you, and I'm really excited for the interview.
Yeah. So this interview is for an internship position here at Menards. I'll be asking some questions to get to know you better and your problem-solving abilities, along with some questions to see if you would fit here with us at Menards.
Okay.
So this interview will be no longer than 8 minutes. And do you have any questions for me before we begin?
Not before we begin.
Sounds good. So, can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I'm currently a student at MSUM. I'm studying communication studies with an emphasis in sales. While attending school here, I've worked part-time as a server at Rhombus Guys, which is a bar and restaurant in downtown Fargo. Prior to attending MSUM, I was at Concordia for 3 semesters. I ended up taking a semester off and decided to come to school here at MSUM. And one thing I'm very proud of coming back to school is making the Dean's List my first semester while taking 18 credits and working. Some things I like to do outside of work and school. I enjoy spending time with my 3 dogs. We are enjoying the weather outside now that it's getting nicer out.
Yes.
And I also am a big family person, so I like to spend time with my twin sister and my 9-month-old niece.
That sounds so fun. Okay, so why are you interested in this position here at Menards?
So I'm interested in the position, one, because I think I would be an excellent fit for the company. Some of my strong sides are my written and oral communication skills, my ability to multitask, and my interpersonal skills.
Okay.
I think my values align well with the companies of providing, not only quality products, but that great customer service as well. I've worked in the service industry before, so I understand the importance of really bringing in that great customer service. And anyone, in my opinion, can sell quality products, but you need the right team to provide customer service, and I think that's something I'm very good at, and I think I'd be a great fit at Menards for it.
Okay. So now we'll talk about how you solve problems and just how that has been applied in previous positions. Give me an example of how you've solved a problem in the past at work.
So yes, as I mentioned, I was a server at I am currently a server at Rhombus Guys in downtown Fargo, and a problem that I've noticed there was actually with one of my coworkers. She just had this terrible negative attitude all the time, and I could tell it was every time she just didn't want to be at work. Mm-hmm. And I understand, sometimes we aren't always in the happiest of moods, but I think it's important to, leave it outside of work. So I approached her, just nicely in the back while we were rolling silverware, and I said, I've noticed that you've been negative, not very happy, and I think it affects your performance. It'll affect other people's attitudes, and ultimately, it could be spread onto the customer. If a customer overhears you saying, "Oh, when I'm going to be cut," or all this work. So like I said, I approached her in the back, and I was like, "Is there anything I can help you with? Is something going on?" And she actually confided in me, told me some problems that she was having, and I told her I was here to help her. And I also gave her an example of how we all have stressful and busy lives outside of work, but one thing I enjoy about coming to work is leaving all that outside of work and specifically focusing on what you have to do. And after giving her that advice and talking through things, I did notice that the next time at work, she was not perfect, but is getting better, really more positive and took my advice. So
Okay.
that's a problem I would say I've solved in the past, like just helping a coworker, and it really like it made me feel good. The reinforcement, like, oh, I actually helped this girl, and I'm maybe helping her have more positive experience at work. Helping the customers, and she benefited from it too.
Yeah, definitely. Teamwork is very important in the workplace.
Right.
So, what did you like the least about your last job?
So my last/current job at Rhombus, guys, the thing I like the least, I would say, is the small sections. Especially if you're in the north part of the restaurant, you are only assigned 3 tables. And I always like to keep busy in my work. Even if I don't have a lot of tables or not much is going on, I will always find side work to do, something to clean, something always needs to be stocked. But aside from that, I really love interacting with customers. So, if I only have 3 tables and it's a really busy Friday night and I see there's a huge wait at the door and the restaurant's just full, but I only have this small section, it kind of bothers me. I wish I could not only make more money, but interact with more customers, stay running around and staying busy.
Yeah, definitely. So now we'll ask a little bit about you to see if you would be a good fit here.
Okay.
So what is one weakness that you see as a major weakness?
I would say one of my major weaknesses is giving into authority when authority is in the wrong. So an example of this is, of course, Rhombus, guys. It was a busy Friday or Saturday night, and I was serving a table of 6, and the whole table's food came out except for one person's meal. And I noticed that it wasn't coming out of the oven, so I went downstairs and noticed that it wasn't in sight. And there was a shift manager and a GM down there, and I told them, this table doesn't have their food. Is there something we can do? Can we make a new one on the fly? And they're like, just wait it out. It could be in the oven. I knew it wasn't, but I did. I listened to them. Eventually, I saw the general manager walk over to like a box that had been pushed to the side, and my person's gluten-free pizza was in that box. And it looked cold because it had been sitting in this box. It was pushed off to the side, so who knows why it was boxed and pushed off to the side. Like I said, it was really busy, but not an excuse for that. So what the general manager ended up doing was putting that gluten-free pizza back in the oven to warm it up, I would say. And when it came out, it was burnt. It was like not the quality that I would want to serve to my tables. So I didn't know what to do in this position because he is my general manager, and I ended up serving it to my table. Of course, they didn't like it, and I apologized. So I would say that's something I can work on, and I felt terrible for the table. Not only for I think it's really important to stick up for the customer, but I also need to stick up for myself too. More importantly, the customer, but myself too. And I learned from that experience. There's been times that not the best quality food has come out, and I've politely asked, can we please remake this? I will not serve this to my tables. So that's I'm in the learning process, and still not, it still is hard for me sometimes to stick up to authority. But that is something I'm working on, and I have noticed an improvement from that busy, I think it was in the summer night that happened.
Cool. So next question is a pretty general one. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself in a leadership, hopefully management position at a company like Menards, who values guests and customer service. Like I said, I enjoy helping others, whether it's something as simple as picking out the paint for their walls,
right?
Because people get excited about their homes, and it's fun to help them in that aspect. So I don't see myself sitting behind a desk all day. I enjoy that customer interaction, so I would like to be out and about on my feet helping people, and ultimately working for a company that shares my values like Menards does.
Okay, cool. So it's been about 8 minutes, so I'll start wrapping this up just so we don't go over. Is there anything else that you would like to share with me about yourself or anything else?
I guess I have a couple questions to
definitely.
ask. Just simple ones, just for me to get to know Menards a little better.
Okay.
What is the culture at Menards like?
So the culture here is just very geared towards helping customers. We're very customer service focused, and I think that you would be a great fit for that, just with all of the customer service experience that you've had. And we also are very focused on giving quality products. So giving somebody bad flooring, like if they want to pay $10 for flooring, they can, but we have to warn them ahead of time. This isn't going to be as good as something that you could get. So that's one of them.
And what is your favorite thing about working as a human resources representative for Menards?
I think that my favorite thing is just getting to meet all of the people who want to start a career here and are interested in building with us, not just off of us. So if somebody comes in for an internship and says that they're interested in a full-time position afterwards, that means a lot more to us than just having an intern and seeing them go to another company when we could be benefiting from them.
Mm-hmm. Understandable. All right, last question.
Yes.
Is there an address or a business card that I can send a thank you note to?
Yes, I'll give you one at the end of the interview.
All right, thank you.
Then thank you for coming in.
Yeah.
You can expect to hear from us in a couple weeks.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for your time and your interest in interviewing me.
Yes, thank you. Have a good day.
You too.